Okay, so what we're going to talk about today are conversions, and these conversions are going to be mole and gram conversions. So this is going to kind of build on what we've been working on. Nothing entirely brand new, so I don't want you to panic when you see these things. Okay, we're going to try to work through it and do the best you can on the assignment. So the steps of doing this, as always, first thing we want to do is write down the given. Whatever that is, the number and unit. And I have some examples for you. Step 2, since we're dealing with mass, we have to find molar mass. And we did the molar mass earlier this week. That's one thing that we will look at, and we'll talk about how to use the molar mass as a conversion factor. Thirdly, then we set up our conversion factor. We put the like units diagonal, right? We want moles. Moles. Diagonal for moles. Then we want to calculate our answer with our calculator, round to sig figs, and label. Same thing we've been doing, same thing we did with particles. So don't get too riled up just yet, and we'll see how we do. So I'll give you some examples. Here's the first example. We want to calculate the mass in grams, okay, present in 0.2 moles of H2S, dihydrogen sulfide. So, first step is write down our given, 0.200 moles of H2S, okay? So there's our first thing. Step 2, we want to find the molar mass using the periodic table of H2S. So we have two H's, H1, H2, and then we have one S. And so we find the molar mass. We take 1.00794, 1.00794, and then we add all those to 32.066. So 1.0 plus 1.0 number plus the 32.0, and we get a big number. I'm going to round this to the hundreds place like we should. 34.09. Remember our units now when we label molar mass. Grams per mole H2S. Okay? Now, this grams per mole, when we put this as a conversion factor, it looks like this. 34.09 grams of H2S, and we go over 1 mole H2S. So we go grams over moles. This is our conversion factor. Remember, we can write it this way, or we can write it this way. 1 mole H2S over 34.09 grams H2S. But either one works. So now I see which one will go best in my conversion factor. So I got moles up here, right? And so I want moles diagonal. So I want to use this conversion factor. So I want to say 1 mole H2S over 34.09 grams H2S. Moles cancel. I have grams in my answer. Once I have my conversion factor set up, then I just do the math. So 0.2 times 34.09 equals 6.818. I look at this number. I have 3 sig figs, so I want to round to here. So it goes to 6.82 grams of H2S. So this will be my final answer, rounded and labeled. Since I'm solving for grams, I want grams in my answer. Grams of what? Grams of H2S. So my steps, write down the given, find the molar mass, set up my my conversion factor, get my answer, round it, and label. Let's do another. Okay, we want to calculate the moles present in 2.0 grams of water. First step, I write down the given, 2.0 grams of H2O. I find a molar mass. I got H and O. 1.00794, 1.00794, 15.9994. I want to round to the hundreds place. So I'm going to get 18.02 grams per mole of water. Since I have grams up here, I want to find my conversion factor. So my conversion factor is this many grams of H2O in 1 mole H2O. So I got grams over moles. I want to put this in the diagonal because I want my grams to cancel. So I go 18.02 grams of water in 1 mole of water. Units cancel. I can solve. So I take 2 and I divide it by 18.02. When I do my math, I get a bunch of numbers, big decimal number, but when I round it, and you can do this on your calculator, I get 0.111. I want to round to 3 sig figs, which I did, moles H2O, and that is my final answer. So we're either going to divide by the molar mass or multiply by the molar mass. Just remember to keep your things diagonal that you need to have. Okay, so I'm going to come to this one. I want you to try this. I want to know how many moles are present in 75.57 grams of potassium bromide. Once you try it, okay, there's going to be a multiple choice question on the Edpuzzle, and you are to choose what you think the molar mass of what you think how many moles present. This is just a check for you to see how to do it. Okay, now that you've done the check, if you have any questions, please let me know. But we want to find for KBr. Okay. The last one I want you to try is we want to find how many grams are present in 0.1 moles of Ki. Once again, there's your molar masses. Once you get your answer, again, there'll be a multiple choice question on Edpuzzle for you to get your answer and check your work. If you go through this and you don't know how to do this, at the end of the video I will have the other two solved. So you can go ahead and do the Edpuzzle now. Okay, so you've tried the Edpuzzle. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you think you got it right. Maybe you don't know if you got it right. We're going to go ahead and work through this. So we're going to write down our given. 75.57 grams of KBr. And I'm going to find the molar mass using my numbers on the periodic table. And when I add these suckers together, what I get is bear with me here, I'm typing these numbers in. I get 119.00 grams per mole KBr. So I'm going to put the 119.00 grams of KBr in the bottom and 1 mole of KBr on top. Then when I punch the numbers in, I go 75.57 divided by 119. I get 0. And I'm going to round this to 4 sig figs. 6350 moles KBr. And that is my answer. Now we will try also here. We want to find the grams present in 0.1 moles of Ki. And as we go through this, same thing occurs. We want to write down our given. 100 moles of Ki. and we want to find the grams, so we want to find molar mass, potassium, iodine's molar mass. We want to round to the hundreds place, so we crack the numbers here. I get 166 grams per mole of Ki. So now I want moles at the bottom. So 1 mole of Ki, 166.00 grams Ki. 166 times 0.1, 16.6, 3 sig figs grams of potassium iodide. If you have questions or issues, please send me an email and we'll try to get these solved. Thank you.